This past week, I have been going through a lot. Some days are easy, and some days are really hard. I've spoken a lot about how I'm processing grief right now. I think this loss has really changed the way that I process grief. Um, this is the first time that I've grieved so openly about a loss. I think this is the first loss where I felt like I had a really deep spiritual and emotional and mental and physical connection with this person that it truly feels like a forever life changer. Like a part of my life is going to be forever changed. Um okay. In Buddhism, there's the belief that you can change your pain into power. And I try to remember what felt so good about being with this person. Um, and when I was with Jairus, I had someone where we could get into really deep spiritual conversations. And I had a friend that we can go on a hike and we would spend all this time in nature and we would just talk about oneness and how connected we felt. And um, I've been giving myself advice from the lens of Jairus. And if I sit there long enough, I feel like my mind knows what he would say. And he would say something about how this version of me that I love, that I loved who I was when I was with him, that version of me still is within me, right? Like everything I saw in him that was so great and so wonderful and so kind, that was all a reflection, right? What I'm seeing in others is going to be a reflection of me, the good, the bad, the lovely, the ugly, Um, and I don't know, I've been processing this a lot lately, and despite my tears, I'm doing so well. Um, and I actually read a quote earlier this week. Um, I don't know where I read this. I just remember reading this earlier in the week, and then I wrote it down. Joy is not a destination you arrive at, it's a garden you tend to daily. And I've kept this in the front of my mind, and I've shared it with every one of my friends on Waffle Wednesday, on Tuesday Toast, on Not a Mundane Monday, even though I did it on Tuesday, so it was not a Monday. Um, and I felt so like it just felt so good for me to hear. It felt so good for me to read the first time. It feels good for me to say. It feels good for me to remind myself. Joy is not a destination you arrive at. It is a garden you tend to daily. It was this quote that reminded me to meditate every day. It was this quote that reminded me to go out, go for a walk, get some sunshine, enjoy the fresh air. It was a quote that reminded me to spend less time on my phone and more time making art, more time calling my sister, more time watching my brother's videos. It was this quote that reminded me to take my time when I make coffee. to take my time when I chop the vegetables and I fry the tofu and I make the rice. Take time when I'm really enjoying getting to spend every ounce of cuddles with chamomile oolong, every ounce of love I get from them. And I look really sad right now. Um, I just feel very vulnerable. I feel very like a deer in an open field, right? Like um, open sky, and I can see the stars. And you, who knows? You'll maybe see a shooting star, or maybe you can see the moon really big, but you're also worried that like an animal can come out. Um, vulnerability is hard. I've learned time and time again, though, that the more open you are and the more vulnerable you are, the more you're paving the way to show others how to be vulnerable and how to be open about their emotions and how to be comfortable being honest with themselves. And so I'm feeling really good. And I hope you have a really good day. Um, this is my mug, my coffee. This is my beautiful space. Here's my watercolor painting. Here's my prayer flags. Here's my colorful pillowcase. Um, and now I think I'm gonna finish my coffee, and I think I'm gonna go meditate. I hope you have a lovely day. Um, I love you.